This video will walk you through how to analyze quiz results in Teams. We'll be looking at a lot of different ways that you can put that data to work for you. Alright, so there are a couple different places to look at results from quizzes that folks take. The first place is going to be inside of Teams. If you go across the top from your general channel, you're going to go to your assignments. And then you're going to click on the assignment that you want to review. Now, I don't have anyone inside of this team right now, so it's going to say that 0 folks have turned it in. You can see right there it says 0 of 0. However, once you have some kids in your classes and they've taken it, you're going to be able to just click on this and you will see the ones that have been graded, you'll see scores, etc. So this is where you're going to see your students and their scores. Will be a grade book just for this assignment. Now, if you have to go in and, like say you gave a lot of multiple choice but then a short answer, if you have to go in and grade the short answer, it'll say to grade, and so you can click on that and grade from there. Alright, so that's one place to look at the information. You can also open the quiz in Forms, which is what I'm going to do. And this is where you will see individual submissions. Notice across the top it'll say Review Next. Once students have begun working in that, you can click on that in order to see individual student progress. So for right now, I'm going to click on Back. And I have actually gone to the form outside of Teams so that we can look at the responses that I do have that are not part of the class. So this is the test here, and you can see there are the questions. And then up here at the top, notice it says responses and then 2. So I'm going to click on responses. It'll show how many folks submitted it, what their average score was. I can review answers, I can post scores from here, or I can even open this up in Excel and have a spreadsheet that shows how every person did. So the first thing that I want to walk you through is this page that we're on right here. And we're going to look over the data that you get for each individual question. If you've done multiple choice, it will show you a distribution of what the answers were. If you've done a short answer, it's going to give you the list of each individual response. And then we had the ranking over here as well. And so it will show you how many folks got each one of their rankings in the correct place. So there's a lot of rich data that can be looked at just by scrolling down. If you've aligned these questions to a standard, you can see just at a glance what percentage of your student answered them correctly. For example, this is a 100% correct question. You can see what percentage of students answered incorrectly, etc. And then you can just determine what your teaching strategies from there will be. And of course, when I say aligned to a standard, that doesn't mean that you're able to add a standard inside of Teams. It means that you are understanding which standards each question applies to. Now, one easy way to determine who answered each question correctly is to click on this More Details. I'm sure Ms. Browning won't mind that I shared this with her, but you can see that both she and I answered this question correct. And so if you want that details at a glance looking at the question, you can open that up as well. However, if you want to look at individual student answers as a whole test, you'll scroll back up to the top and click on Review Answers. This is where you will have information of how each student answered, how they did, and what information they included. It'll tell you how long it took them to complete and what their overall score was. You can delete the response, you can post the score from here, or you can switch back over and look at the questions, etc. So you've got a lot of rich data as well. Once you're in here, if you want to click on the little comment button, you can give feedback for each question. This will be a great place to do it if you were like grading an essay or had a question that needed a lot of attention. So if you did not want to do that, you can, or if you did want to give additional feedback, you can do it there. Now notice, like it says that this question needs review. It's because it's a short answer. So obviously what is entered is a wrong answer. So I'm just going to assign a point value, then click away from it, and you can see that it is now graded it. So there's a lot of information about each student, and then if you click on Review Next, then that is going to pull up the other person who took the quiz, etc. All right, I'm going to click on Back. Something else you can do from the home screen is open in Excel. Basically what this will do is it will download an Excel spreadsheet of, you can see it here, exactly what answers were. If you want to look at everything that the students did in particular, you can. Let me drag that a little bit, but you can see there's information about everything here. If you've entered in feedback, it's going to show up here, so it'll expand that a little bit, and then it'll show answers to all questions, etc. And then, of course, when you click on Post Scores, notice that it says that I haven't finished grading this one, so it tells me that I need to go in there and do that. But I can click on these. Let's say I know that one's done, so I can go ahead and click Post Score on that one, and it is posted, and it'll click down here and show you that this one has been posted. This one I've got to go in and grade it before I actually am able to post it. But you can see that there are a lot of different things you can do once you have your data. It gives you a very rich story about every assessment, and you can look and determine where students are, where they're going, and also analyze what you need to reteach. If you click on these three dots, notice that you can delete the responses, you can print a summary, or even create a summary link. I'm going to click on Print Summary just to show you what that looks like. So you can print to PDF. That's if you don't have an actual printer, if you just want to save it, but it'll give you a breakdown of every single quiz that you have taken, and you'll actually be able to save that for your records, see where they are, and determine what needs to be retaught.